So look, in this instance, Keenan Allen is delusional. All right. How do I know that? Because I'm the same kind of delusional. All right. So check it. I'm applying for jobs right now, right? I'm really looking for marketing positions. Why? Because they pay money. Okay. A lot of people in the NFL right now are making money that they didn't know the NFL had at this current point in time. I am going up against a lot of people, unfortunately. Why? COVID, job layoffs, whatever. I need to make myself look really good. So, for instance, I'm applying for marketing positions. I'm really skilled in social media, which is a form of marketing, not skilled in e-commerce, which most businesses want real-time numbers for that, right? So I got to inflate a few things, okay? I don't have the numbers, so I'm just going to tell you I'm really good at social media, and I can probably sell stuff on social media, right? I could. I have. Point being, Keenan Allen is in the market. I don't know when his contract is up. I didn't look it up. Didn't really care to look it up because he's still delusional to me because he has nothing to back it up right now. Don't get me wrong. The boy balls, right? Like he was in my fantasy league. Don't get me wrong. I'm always trying to get him. But I had a problem when you called out Mike Evans. Call out Tyreek Hill, Chris Godwin. Do what you want to do. I don't care. But when you call out Mike Evans, I have a serious problem with you because I am under the impression, I don't care what y'all tell me if I'm delusional or not in this regard, but Mike Evans is the best wide receiver in the league, the most underrated wide receiver in the league. Okay? Quote me on that. Look, Again, when people don't have the numbers to back things up, what do? They just try and garner attention somewhere else. So let's look at the numbers, okay? Keenan Allen started all 16 games last season with Phillip Rivers. He maintained, I think he got 1,199 yards and I don't know how many receptions. But I do know that he only made 6 touchdowns. So let's say he had about 1,200 yards, maybe 90 receptions. I might be inflating that a lot. Who knows? But around that ballpark, all right? And that's numbers that he put up. I look at touchdowns and receiving yards as how I kind of gauge wide receivers' talent. What can you do when you have a lot of... You know where I'm going with this. Mike Evans, 13 games, 3,302 different quarterbacks. Probably 50, 60 receptions. Again, don't know it. Don't quote me. Somebody can leave those stats down below. But I think he got about what? I remember these numbers. I think it was 1,157 yards and 8 touchdowns. So ballpark, they're doing really about the same thing. Mike Evans just has fewer receptions, fewer games, right? And 18,000 different quarterbacks. And all of those quarterbacks are fairly inconsistent at that. So I guess where I'm coming from is, That's all I got. It's smart. It's smart. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We don't know if you're even going to play football this season. So you got to garner some attention somehow, garner the attention. People want to watch you, whatever. But I was like, okay, maybe he's talking about like strength of schedule. Tampa Bay still had to play Atlanta. Okay, no sure it was a little rough. They still had to play Atlanta. They still had to play New Orleans. They still had to play the Texans. They still had to play everybody else. They played the Steelers. You can argue whatever you want to about the Steelers. They still balling to me. Okay, cool. So like strength of schedule. Who did the Chargers play? The Broncos. You got to give me some names. I don't know. Either way, my point is, I can't even really argue strength of schedule at this current point in time. But you got to help me help you. Mike Evans is a playmaker. Mike Evans is consistently underrated for the work that he makes the quarterbacks look better than they are. Keenan Allen, you balling. Can't deny that. But you also have Phillip Rivers. I'm not going to tell you that Phillip Rivers was coming off his best season ever, but at least you had one quarterback. You understood the system. You understood the scheme, and you didn't have to rework yourself. Mike Evans is putting up essentially the same numbers that you're putting up with less, with fewer receptions, with fewer games, and you're telling everybody that you're better than him alone. I'm only making this comparison on Mike Evans. This is where I think you're delusional, Now, will you convince some people of this? Yes, because let's be honest, I've gotten a lot of jobs that I wasn't qualified for. You can work your way into those. You know what I'm saying? And now you have a new quarterback coming in, so you can work your way into those numbers. But that's a hard sell for me, and I think it's a hard sell for him. Like I said, when you don't have the numbers, you have to make something up. Get some attention. It goes a long way. At least people think it does. I'm Dominique. I'm way off and I'm way out. See you Wednesday.